Hello, welcome to my training session about implementing cognitive and human development theories in middle school for secondary teachers. My name is Jasmine and I will be conducting this training with the purpose of guiding the implementation of theoretical perspectives of cognitive and human development to prepare teaching practices to maximize learning for adolescents. Teaching has a purpose to prepare the student with knowledge for current and future practices. So we want to make sure that our students grasp as much as possible from our teaching practices to take home and to be able to use in their future. In order to be able to teach our adolescents, it is important to first learn and understand how the student learns. The study and understanding of cognitive development is the base to educating. Theories such as Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences and Paget's theory of developmental stages help us understand the factors that influence cognitive development and learning to create more effective teaching practices that will maximize learning for our students. Now, how do we know how our students learn? Factors that influence how brain works and how a person learns are genetic and environmental. It is the study of human development that answers this question and teaches how the brain works. According to Paget, 4 major and distinct stages occur sequentially in development, where each child must pass through all 4 stages. First one being the sensorimotor stage, which is from birth to approximately 2 years of age. The next one being the preoperational stage, which is from ages 2 to 7. The next one being the concrete operation stage, which is from ages 7 to 11. And finally, the formal operation stage, which is from 11 to 15 years and continues to develop through adulthood. This is the stage in which our adolescents are in. According to Paget, adolescence is a time of significant physical, social, and emotional developments accompanied by changes in cognitive and language skills. In this stage, memory expands to be more adult-like. With this, knowledge increases, skills improve significantly. At this point, adolescents are capable of thinking abstractly, hypothetically, using propositions, using deductive reasons. They have ideals, and they start thinking about thinking. We can keep this in mind when preparing our lesson plans. Because adolescents' knowledge and understanding increases to adult-like levels, they become better at understanding what strategies work better for studying and solving problems. For example, at this stage, our students can already identify sentences or concepts in their reading material that will be able to help them prepare for a test. Now that we have the information on the cognitive stage of our student, let's think. What is the purpose or thoughts of an adolescent? Well, in the life stage of adolescence, adolescents are trying to figure out who they are. So, they're trying to find out or find their self. In the process of finding who they are, who they think they are, and who they want to be, they try different approaches and styles at life. This can be more difficult to some than to others. Now, our guidance and support as mentors are one of the greatest influences in the adolescent search for identity. Of course, parental guidance and peers take their part. But as a mentor, it is important to keep in mind that the lessons and words used around and for the students can make a huge impact in their reasoning. Being an encouraging mentor will make a positive difference in this learning stage. The cultural background and the values are another influence in the search of identity. For this reason, as a mentor, study of cultural backgrounds is a necessary tool that helps understand students. Self-esteem and the ability to fit in are huge factors for adolescents in the process of their search for identity. Because self-esteem is so important at this stage in life, we as mentors should be very positive and encouraging to our adolescent students, reminding them that they are very important because they are the future. Paget's theory helps us understand that the memory capacity and the intelligence level of our average adolescent. But for this training, we will include our students with development and or cognitive disorders. We understand that their ability to memorize or learn a concept is not at the same level. We spend more one-on-one time with them to ensure that they are understanding our lesson plans and concepts as best as possible. So with this in mind, I would like to talk about one more cognitive development theory. Professor Howard Gardner himself asserts that educators should not follow one specific theory or educational innovation when designing instruction, but instead employ customized goals and values appropriate to their teaching and student needs. Gardner's theory teaches that there are 9 intelligences. Verbal linguistic intelligence, which includes the ability to learn better with words, written or spoken. Second, logical mathematical intelligence, which is having the strength with being strong with numbers, analyzing problems, detecting patterns, performing mathematical calculations. The third one would be spatial visual intelligence, which is a strength with pictures or images. Fourth one would be bodily kinesthetic intelligence, which is who will have strong eye and body coordination, manual dexterity. So they'll be strong with their physically. The fifth one would be musical intelligence, which would be who will have awareness, appreciation, and use of sound, recognition of tonal and rhythmic patterns. The sixth one, interpersonal intelligence, and that would be the person who has the ability to relate to others, has strong interpretation of behavior and communication, understands the relationship between people and their situations, including other people. Seventh one, interpersonal intelligence. So this would be the person who is strong in one's own needs for and reaction to change. This person has the ability to deal with change in the workplace easily and has the capability to understand oneself. So this would be a very confident person. The next one, naturalist intelligence, which is who has the ability to recognize and categorize plants and other objects in nature. And the last one would be the existential intelligence, which is a person who is strong and has a sensitivity and capacity to tackle deep questions about human existence, such as what is the meaning of life, or why do we die? How do we get here? So, according to Gardner's theory, human potential can be tied to one preference. Human potential can be tied to one's preferences to learning. Gardner's focus on human potential lies in the fact that people have a unique blend of capabilities and skills or intelligences. This model can be used to understand overall personality, preferences, and strengths. I believe that this theory can be used for students with cognitive or developmental disorders, as well as our average student, by using their strengths to maximize learning. For example, a student who may not be as strong in the logical mathematical intelligence may be stronger in the musical intelligence. For this kind of learner, we could prepare a lesson plan in which a verse or tune is created to memorize algebra concepts. Another example can be our students who have difficulty with reading or writing, which is verbal linguistic intelligence. If the student is stronger, say, in the spatial visual intelligence, we could incorporate more pictures or videos for the students to learn concepts. Now, we learned from Paget that the brain growth and change is a key factor in adolescent development, influencing cognitions, emotions, and behavior. We learned from Gardner that based on intelligences, learning can be maximized. It is important for the teacher to always keep in mind that the adolescent student needs a positive and encouraging mentor. Understanding changes in adolescent's brain and the impact it has on cognitive and personal social development, as well as understanding their intelligences, are tools for us teachers in creating developmentally appropriate secondary school teaching practices and lesson plans that better meet the needs of adolescents to maximize learning in our classroom. I want to thank you for your time, and I will gladly answer any questions and take any suggestions. Thank you.